The film shows U.S. Marine Corps HR2S heavy-lift helicopters operating from the deck of USS Princeton LPH-5 on May 4, 1959. The action begins in the harbor of San Diego and then continues off Oceanside, California, just a couple of months after USS Princeton was converted to an amphibious assault ship. The LPH-5 was capable of transporting a battalion landing team and carrying helicopters in place of planes. USS Princeton, with Marine units from Camp Pendleton, is participating in Operation Twin Peaks, an exercise to practice amphibious vertical envelopment. The landing Marines behind enemy beach fortifications and providing logistics and medical support as they attack from the rear to seize critical points and link up with assault forces landed on the beaches. Along with the HR-2S helicopters, HUS-1 Seahorse transport helicopters took part in the maneuvers. The Sikorsky-designed HR2S-1 Mojave was a large heavy-lift helicopter of the United States Marine Corps during the 1950s and 1960s. The Army version of this helicopter was designated the H-37A Mojave. In the early 1960s, the designation was standardized to CH-37 for both services, with the HR2S-1 redesignated as CH-37C specifically. The HR-2S, for the decade following its first flight on December 18, 1953, held the distinction of being the largest rotary-wing aircraft flying outside of the Soviet Union. Although capable of carrying over 20 combat troops, the aircraft proved its greatest value in the transport of vehicles and cargo, loaded and unloaded through clamshell nose doors. The type was the first production helicopter to incorporate 5 main rotor blades, retractable landing gear, and automatic stabilization, and also featured a folding tail boom to better allow for shipboard operations. 2 Pratt & Whitney R2800 double wasp radial engines were mounted in outboard pods. This left the fuselage free for cargo. The HR2S-1's unusual design, with 2 engine nacelles extending out from the fuselage, seemed ungainly in appearance, and crews began painting the front of the engine nacelles with white circles, creating the illusion of the helicopter's eyes. For this reason, the Marines also nicknamed the helicopter Deuce. Despite several records set by the helicopter immediately after its introduction into service in 1956, the Commandant of the Marine Corps expressed doubts about the HR-2S to meet specifications, noting that its capabilities were less than anticipated. The result was a dramatic reduction in the number of HR-2SS procured, with a total of 55 eventually entering service when planned production totaled over 150. The CH-37 was one of the last heavy helicopters to use piston engines, which were larger, heavier, and less powerful than the turboshaft engines subsequently employed in later military helicopters. This accounted for the type's fairly short service life, all being withdrawn from service by the late 1960s. It must be said that the Deuce's service life was extended by events in Southeast Asia. Some CH-37CS were deployed to Vietnam and served there until 1967.